I mean, how many people do you know from Australia that are playing ball?
They
Like
missing a
two,
couple guys.
Patty
Right.
Mills.
No,
You know what I mean?
somebody
Like,
else.
Andrew Bogut, Ben Simmons should have been playing for them.
Ben
Thon
Simmons.
Maker.
Ben
Simmons
Simmons.
doesn't play basketball. Stop it.
Oh shit!
He doesn't play
You went
basketball.
there.
Thon Maker as well. He didn't play. Bogut didn't play. Patty Mills played. Dylan Nova
Yeah,
played.
Patty Mills played. He was balling for him.
Josh Giddey was balling. Josh Giddey was definitely balling. He went to Chicago because R. Kelly called him up and said they got bitches there. Yeah.
I'm starting this just so that I don't forget to start it, but it's one of those. We have a joke that I go through my day, and throughout my day, everything's kind of translated through how Erica would perceive things. Oh, that's cool. Erica would love that thing. Oh, Erica would find that hilarious. Oh, Erica hates those. Like it's ingrained in me. Like everything that I see, everything I interact with goes through this filter of how would Erica feel about it? It wasn't something I planned. It just, I don't know. It's dumb, but it's I don't know.
It's awesome. No, it's how it really should
It's
be.
thoughtful. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
No, I know.
That's great,
when I was in love, that's how
She's the best.
it goes. Yeah. And I mean, the only thing I could compare to that is like when I'm walking around and I see something I want for JC. I'm like, oh, JC want that. But when I was in a relationship, I definitely was doing the same thing. Like, oh, she like this, you like that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I need to get her this.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's fun. Oh, there it is. I'm wondering where my lighter is. It's in my back pocket. All right. Yeah, it's when someone makes your whole thought process change, that's the one.
Yep.
To indeed. With that being said, go ahead, kick this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. This is episode 157. Issue episode
56,
man.
56.
Start over again, man.
I ain't starting over again. Boom, boom.
It happens. You haven't messed that up in a long time.
Yeah, you've been doing very good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Primo Jab at the Elephant Man's Bones. What is that? I see.
Nah,
what
man. I'm repping for Dundilly, man. And Chef
Dundilly. It's a
Boki.
Dundilly joint.
You know what I mean? Jimbo's World, man.
Okay.
Let me put it
Feed
back.
the family, man. I'm shouting out,
Dundilly.
repping for the Zingers, man. Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely, man. Got the fresh little Feed the Family logo
family
on
joint.
the sleeve. The shirt's definitely decent quality. Got the good old design. If you know, it's on the front. You know what I mean? It's, yeah, man, plush quality, man. Hey, man, my mailbox has been overflowing with magic.
Abundance.
It's the greatest, man. It's so cool.
It's good times right now, man. Shout out the Zingers, man. Shout out Boston.
I'm waiting for my Feed the Family jersey to arrive. I'm really looking forward to wearing that. Hopefully, I can get it before it gets cold, and I can just wear it with
I'm still wearing mine in the cold. I'm wearing it with a hoodie under it.
I want to wear it with. I want to wear it outright. I don't want to wear it with a hoodie under it right now.
I feel you.
Or a long sleeve tee. I'm saying don't matter. I'm still gonna wear it. Yeah. Word, yeah. And Carl has the illustrious Roots Canada hoodie.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may not have done
man.
fantastic in the Olympics, but we took a couple of good ones.
You got some good ones. You got some good publicity.
27 medals overall. They got
9 gold
medals,
7 silver, and 11 bronze. I pulled up all the totals. I got them. I'm ready.
You got stats.
I'm ready.
I got stats too. We gonna talk. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, check out. We're gonna get into it. United States of America had 40 gold medals, 44 silver medals, 42 bronze medals, with a total of 126.
By far the
medals.
most.
Definitely. And they're saying that we had more athletes than other people. It ain't our fault. We qualified for a lot of different
decided
sports.
to compete in more things. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes no difference.
Yeah.
China has way more people than we do. They could have put a lot more athletes in if they wanted to.
Sure could.
Yeah,
they did good in what they did good in.
They did.
Nobody's
they tied us in
complaining
gold.
about that.
Tied us in
man.
gold, but they only had 27 silver and 24 bronze, which put them at 91 total.
So indeed, there was different. There's different sports that we compete in as well. Like they compete in different stuff, and we compete. Sometimes we're not even really good at what they're good at. Then that's
Right.
wild. Same thing as the Japanese. Australia had beef with us. They said they had more gold medals than us by per capita or people, whatever.
Who cares? I'm not here for that new math, man. I'm here for a number means a number, man. I'm not dividing a number by a number to say that number is greater than the number I have. Our 40 beats your 18 as far as gold. So, suck it, Crocodile Dundee.
They still had less medals than a lot of other countries. France had more gold medals than them. Great Britain had more medals than them. Who else? Japan did. China. That's 4 countries.
China was the second best. They came in second place. To Carl's point, they had a lot of soldiers out there.
They had 4 more. The 4th most gold medals, though. That's pretty cool, if you ask me. Yeah, but they're like, they're kind of like a little Great Britain. You know what I'm saying? Really? I mean, as far as what they do.
China?
Them. No, Australia.
Oh, I mean, you called them a little Great Britain?
Britain, they play netball, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about their volleyball game?
Yeah, the sports. They play rugby. They don't play. They play Australian rules rugby. They don't really play.
I mean, U.S. rugby. Women beat them in rugby.
And they cried.
Yeah, that was dope. USA.
That woman right there just keeps on going. Pause. She's a freight train, yo. But she's the best player. Really, the only player they got in that squad is like world class. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm glad we got that bronze.
Yeah, I agree with you as far as saying world class, but I'll put a heavy asterisk next to that because she's not the one that won the game. This other smaller stature young woman won the game for them, and she trucked people on her way to getting that touchdown or whatever they call it in rugby.
Touch, yeah.
The score.
What they call Carl? The touch.
What's that?
When they score on rugby, they score.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I never watched rugby.
Yeah, it's like, why are you discriminating? I'm from Canada. I'm not from Australia. I don't care about rugby.
I watch rugby. I think it's rugby sevens. But it's called touch. You gotta. There's a certain way you have to down the ball. You got to go across that line. That determines when you got to kick your field goal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. Australian rules rugby is batshit crazy. My bad. They are wild. They are crazy. Anyway,
that daddy juice, man.
Yeah.
Control yourself, bro.
I know.
But let's get super into it right now. The Noah Lyles thing that we talked about a while ago. World champion, whatever. You're not world champions unless you because there's no flags. The real world champion of the world is at the Olympics or at the like FIBA or whatever. That's what he wanted to say. But come to think of it, the more I think about it, what NBA team would beat Team USA?
NBA team?
None.
Yeah.
Just a flat out roster right now? Who could match up with Team USA? I mean,
technically none, because any team in the NBA, you take their best players, they're going to be on that Olympic team.
USA,
exactly.
So I mean, it's when people say world champion, they're talking about how many football leagues are there, and I'm not talking soccer, football. I'm talking American football.
American football.
I mean, there's one, and then there's a sub-league in Europe, right? I mean,
there's Canada.
That's not really a league.
Well, I'm saying, to your argument, though, like, I mean, DFL? we should probably, I mean, the NFL should play against the Canadian League at, some point, just to put them in their place,
like saying Division I national champs should play the Division II national champs. Why?
Fair enough.
Why would you do that?
Good point.
You're gonna get murdered.
If you were good enough, you wouldn't be playing in the CFL. You'd be playing in the NFL. So but I do. Well, I'm sorry. But what happens?
It's like one or two.
If you come out of college and you can't make the NFL, where do you go? You either go to Europe and play in the Euro League, or you play in the CFL. And hopefully you can prove yourself in the CFL to get into the NFL. But there's clearly one is head and shoulders above the other. So, but I do agree. I think the Olympics typically in just about any sport would give you a better assessment of world talent, because you have a lot of people that do play in the NFL or in the NBA or in Major League Baseball that come from other countries. And if you put them in their countries and they can no longer play for the USA, then we start to see, okay, well, there have been some great European basketball teams. Yes. And the US has lost several times, right? Partly because we got a little too cocky.
Yeah.
Not this year, though.
Not at all. It was, but everywhere in the world, basketball is up. You know what I'm saying? In the popularity of the sport keeps on growing because there's more international players that play in America. I think that France had a whole starting five of NBA players.
Yep.
And dudes on the bench too. All these teams have NBA players now.
You guys saw that dunk on LeBron?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
and I know King James played incredibly well in the Olympics, and I'm not going to.
He played very well.
But everybody had to show that clip of him getting posterized.
It was not generated by AI either. That's a real picture of LeBron feeling the fury of the French. Take this back.
He tried to stand in there and take the foul.
He tried to.
But that's the beauty of taking the charge. You're taking the charge, not like they're running over you. He was a step too late, and they got dunked on. And if you play defense, that's what happens. I've been dunked on a lot of times. So I've been dunked on so many times. I got dunked on at Pittman Park where I met Lucci. Lucci got dunked on by my homie Dino. No one said nothing. Kept on playing. Yeah, because they know I was going to jump with him.
Is he absolutely bigger than you?
Yes.
Yeah, so it makes sense. That's why nobody said nothing.
No, they just know I'm finna jump. I was finna jump. If it was a game, I take a charge. But we playing pickup, I'm finna jump. I'm finna try to block your shit. But he just dunked on me so hard. All I did was take the ball out. We went down to the other end, and I think my homie Dave hit a 3, like NBA range 3, and we was up by 2. It wasn't even a big deal no more. Yeah, but LeBron got dunked on, but LeBron was still what?
I don't know. In the game,
gold medal winner.
Yeah, he's still a world champion.
He was the best player.
Never.
You're gonna say that with the way Steph was throwing up shots, turning around like he knew it was gonna drop.
Y'all was out there putting on a clinic, Jack.
Y'all, okay, boom. I'm gonna talk to you like Stephen A. Smith. Are you smoking crack?
Stephen A. Smith smokes crack.
Hey, yo, check it out. No.
What are we talking about here?
2 good games.
Okay, say your part, and then I'm going to say my part. Keep going.
Steph had 2 great. Even Anthony Edwards said he was in the camera. I love Anthony Edwards so much. He's so Atlanta. He said, yeah, Steph only got here 3 days ago. Look, he said
that is real though.
Yeah, he had 2 of the greatest games in NBA history.
Say that. Say that. 2 of the greatest games.
Yes, he did.
In Olympic history.
Yes. All in all, LeBron James was the best player in the Olympics. From the exposition matches to the regular games.
I will say this. I think LeBron James had the biggest impact in the Olympic Games. I think what he did and the way he played, I definitely feel like he impacted the USA success better and more than anyone else. Whether he was the best player out there, I don't know. And again, I don't want to take away from LeBron. He's an amazing talent, but it's the way he chose to play for the Olympics and for the US that made the impact.
So indeed, he had a lot of block shots. He had a triple-double. You know what I'm saying? He had some of the most illest passes.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. That's what I was going to say. LeBron was out there, and again, this is part of me because I'm new to this, not talking crazy about LeBron. Yeah, not hating on him. But LeBron was out there demonstrating when it came to passing the ball. That's where I was most impressed. Like his vision on the court when he saw people like cutting, he was feeding them right before they got to where they needed to be.
Oh my God.
He was, I mean, like he was putting the ball exactly where you're going to show up and be on the move. Yeah, he definitely put up a couple of good blocks, couple good defensive plays. Really, yeah, I think, but like you said, his strength was definitely playing the role, playing the facilitator role when he had to do that. Feeding whoever needed to be fed. That's why he decided to become the best player on the court, I guess.
So can I ask you guys, does this not validate what we've said about LeBron and the fact that he lays down in LA and that he should be a much better player than he is?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, you obviously can.
Absolutely.
But instead somebody's going to like brush past your head and you're going to
Now hold on. That's something else I got to say. There was a foul in the fourth quarter in the gold medal game where I think it was Batum literally grabbed his hand like this, held his hand as he was running by. Well, first off, he grabbed the bottom of his jersey or his pants, and you saw it. It was stretching the fabric. That didn't stop LeBron. So he grabbed his arm while LeBron was making a move, and the ball got turned over. LeBron did his usual, where I would usually be like, oh, shut up. But this time I had to stand up. I'm like, no, this man, LeBron James just got fouled.
Yeah,
USA, we just got fouled, Jack. And the French just look, the ref, he just looked, he said, it's basketball, and just kept running. They just kept it going, Hey, it's all right, though. It was parody out there. But, I think the best player in the Olympics was Steph Curry, even though he only had two good. It doesn't matter because those were the two games he showed up and saved the day.
I don't think
he didn't miss shots.
I don't think people really appreciate, and I know Steph has fans, and I know Steph is wildly respected. I still don't think people understand how amazing that guy is, how truly gifted and hardworking that dude is.
That part, Carl.
Exactly. when I've said it so many times, you take raw talent, put it with drive and hard work, and you get superstars. You get legendary talents. You get Steph Curry's. That's what goes in the mix. If you want to bake that properly, you have to have those ingredients, and he has that in spades.
The man was dribbling the ball around. He looked like he was at a practice or something. The way he would dribble the ball, get to his spot where he wanted to be and shoot. And you knew as soon as it left his hand, it was wet. Like
he did.
When he bust him, when he killed them on that double team was like in slow motion. He was just dancing with them like, oh, you're going over here. He threw it up high, and they looked back like, oh, well, that's the game. That's the game, man. Steph Curry is the purest shooter we have ever seen.
Yes.
Ever seen. Next to Ray Allen.
He's better than Ray Allen. He's definitely
that's what I said. Next to
Ray
Allen.
Ray. Yeah.
Ray Allen, and then Reggie Miller, and then Larry Bird.
I think
as far as people I've seen.
Yeah, but
maybe Wally Zerbiak on occasion.
One of the reasons why Serbia was so close to the United States of America is
that game.
Why? Steph Curry had like 7 turnovers himself. Holy shit.
They were beating him up.
It was bad. He's making shots. Great. And he saved the day. I think him and LeBron saved the day. Because LeBron,
the two of them together did. Yeah.
What did LeBron do at the end of the game for Serbia that brought him back? He guarded Jokic.
Yes.
He said, fuck that. I'm fitting to guard this big motherfucker. I was really shocked. That's why I like Anthony Edwards so much. Anthony Edwards said when someone's getting off, I got him. I'm finna check him. It doesn't matter who they are, whether they're 6'8". He's 6'6". He's a big guy, but still, Ant-Man.
He got that dog in him, though. Yeah, he will not let you get a step away from him. He takes it personally. When he's on defense, he does. He takes
it personally, and he plays like that. Like you're trying to offend me.
Yep.
Okay, well then let's
I
do
like
this.
that. That's what I like about Anthony Edwards. Absolutely.
And that's what LeBron did. Now the last game was a great, phenomenal show. It wasn't Steph dribbling and getting to his spots. What it was the defense would get to him. This man shot faked. Dudes would go by him. He relocate and knock that hole down.
Right.
You have to, whatever. When Steph goes like this, doesn't even matter if he's shooting. You're still gonna have to jump at that shit because that shit. He can go like he go like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you've got to bite.
You got to bite every time he shoots that shit. You can't. You have to stay incredibly disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
To run out there. You got to study your feet, have a hand up. But at that time, he's gonna shoot it. But then they were flying by him. Shot fake, one dribble. Shot fake, not even a dribble, knocking them hoes down. He didn't have to do that much because he's such a threat. Like I was in awe. Like I was really in awe of those two games. But like I said, one of the reasons why Serbia was ahead a lot of times, they were turning the ball over so much. And partially it was Steph Curry's fault. Even though he had a great game.
He kept getting hacked and not getting called on the hacks.
You can do two things to play a ref. I'm saying word.
You also have to understand that when you're
a commie, Lukey.
Look, when you're playing in the NBA, you're gonna get favoritisms. Right?
Yeah.
It's like
that's fair.
The foul on LeBron. He's so shocked because he didn't get called.
Yeah.
But you're not at home.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so when you're dealing with the Olympic officials, you're not getting. They don't care who the superstars are. They don't. They're going to try to call it as evenly as they can, and they're just going to run it the way they run it, and that's it. And so sometimes when you're used to getting certain things, you play a certain way. I can play a little loose with the ball because I know if they start hand checking me, if I'm going to get the calls. Well, you're overseas. You're in Paris right now.
That's fair. That's
playing against France. But they always say the European League is harder to score because you get beat the fuck up. Which
they're a lot more physical.
Yeah, they definitely were. Batum was a thug out there, Jack. Batum was playing. Yo, he was playing like he reminded me like a little fake Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley-ish. You know what I mean? Yeah,
was an enforcer.
He had hands for people, man. He was hard hand checking people out the way. I was like, okay, Batum. Shout out France, man, for representing, man. France is a problem.
They had a great run.
You know, they had a great run. Wemby is about to be a nightmare if he can stay healthy. If his knees and his ankles and stuff don't give out due to tall guy disease. But
I was really shocked Australia did as well as they did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that just Canada didn't go further.
I mean, how many people do you know from Australia that are playing ball?
They missing a couple guys.
Patty Mills.
You know what I mean?
Like Andrew Bogut, Ben Simmons should have been playing for them. Thon Maker.
Ben Simmons
doesn't play basketball.
Shit!
He doesn't play basketball.
Went there.
Thon Maker as well. He didn't play. Bogut didn't play. Patty Mills played. Dylan Winova played.
Patty Mills played. He was balling for him.
Josh Giddey was balling. Josh Giddey was definitely balling. He went to Chicago because R. Kelly called him up and said they got bitches there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
His New Jersey number is going to be like 16 or 15 or something like that. Anyway,
oh man,
that's fucked up.
Oh, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
At least it's not 12.
I know.
Yikes.
Well, no matter how you slice the cake, pretty bad.
A minor.
Anything under 18 is bad. So
yeah, that's what R. Kelly had to sign up to. But we have to take into consideration the best ball out there. Two basketballs I love the most. The Evolution, great. The Molten basketball, which is the FIBA basketball, that is a cheat code basketball. A lot of people have never played with that ball. A lot of people never played on the NBA line. A lot of people don't play that. And the NBA basketball is the hardest ball to shoot with. It's slippery, it's thin, and it costs $200. You know what I'm saying?
And it will get stolen if you bring it to the park.
That's it. It definitely not the park. You taking it to the gym, it'll get stolen because everybody knows it's $200. I got my NBA basketball stolen. I never will buy NBA basketball again. Fuck that shit. What else? The court's smaller. NBA line.
The court was smaller.
3-point line is closer. The paint is a little bit closer as well. Paint kind of so it's like
it's more of a collegiate setup, isn't it?
True indeed, it really is. That's why a lot of 3-pointers are going up. The less foul calls. There's a lot of things going on.
But think about it. Until the first Dream Team, only college athletes were allowed to play before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, it was all amateurs.
Right. That was. It was a stunning turn when MJ and everybody else got to don the red, white, and blue because professionals had never been able to play before.
Big deal.
So indeed. Let's bring it to something else. One of my other favorite.
Let's talk some footy.
Yeah,
hold on. Before you go to the next sport, let's not discount the fact that the women also beat France. So we beat France twice. Take that two times. Two times, France. Pow pow.
I think her name was Aja Wilson instead of Asia. Everybody calls it Aja. I think it's Aja.
Yeah, it's Aja Wilson. Yeah.
Yes, and she said that Randolph. So one word for Randolph. She said that bitch. Yeah, and it's spelled DAT bitch. That's how you spell it. That bitch. The hashtag. Shout out to Juju Gotti. You know what I'm saying? He took that clip and he hashtagged that bitch on that. She had a great tournament. Diana Taurasi ain't getting no burn. Brittany Griner got like 5 minutes, but she was kind of dominating. But yeah, they had some hoopers, both French men and women.
Excellent.
Serious problem. Yeah. Watch out for France, man. Shout out France. Yeah. Shout out all my French guys.
Fuck them. Oh, shout out to Canada too. Y'all was missing some killers, and Jamal Murray did not show up for y'all at all. He was garbage juice. I always call him Bradley Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins ain't play. Zach Edey didn't play.
Nope.
That was kind of big. I think Dylan Brooks kind of sucked, but Jamal Murray not hooping was so confusing. Like, he just wasn't good.
It wasn't that confusing. I'll tell you why he didn't get off. Because Jokic was playing on Serbia.
Yeah, but it seemed like he has to have the ball. It's like Devin Booker didn't have to have the ball to be effective for Team USA. Jamal Murray, I think, has to have the ball. He can't play two different ways. Because Shai's better now. Shai's the best player on that team. Shai is going to be the best player for the next 10 years for Canada. Shai's going to be one of the best players for the next 10 years in the NBA because he plays like Luka. Luka don't have to athletic and dunk on you like Ja Morant.
Right. Intelligent player.
There you go. Car road. There you go. So Luka, for the next 10 years, is going to still be nice. Ja, he got to learn how to land. He got to change to the mid-range because what he's doing is freakishly athletic and you lose some of that shit.
Yeah, that can't
Luka
sustain.
Don't got to do that.
Evolve.
Yeah, you're right.
Shai and Luka don't got to do none of that. They just get to their spot. They moving slow, it seems like it.
They're methodical.
Yes, they are. Shai's gonna be the best player for Canada for the next 5 to 10 years. And Jamal Murray is just not. He had like 3 points in that game. No, they lost to France, right? They lost to France.
Yeah, they lost to France.
Yeah, so that was disappointing. Dylan Brooks looked past everybody and looked to not. They were on the opposite side of the bracket too. They was gonna meet in the championship game. That didn't happen. So, yeah, shout out to Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
And his transgender girlfriends.
Yeah, right. Whatever. No, hey man, just to wrap up what you're talking about, you started off talking about Miles Lyles or whatever buddy's name
Noah
is.
Lyles, yeah,
Noah Lyles. He was awfully quiet after Team USA got that goal. I hope that didn't go unnoticed, man. I mean, now we're all on the same team. We're all Team USA, but his puss ass got quote unquote COVID.
Maybe
and he ended up with a bronze, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He did. And
we ain't heard nothing else.
No.
We ain't heard nothing else from that guy. He got one goal. He did get he got 1 or 2 goals.
He
I'm
did
not gonna take
100.
that away from him.
What he did was great, and I appreciate him because I've been seeing Jamaicans blood clot run to 100 for like the last 80 years?
Hey,
not 80 years.
Jamaicans know how to run, man. They raw.
And
they
finally,
have domination.
That's not even his race. That's why I was kind of confused. Like, how you lose the 200 and you win the 100? Because that's not even. But in the beginning of the race, he came out and was jumping around and going like this to the crowd
Yeah,
before
I
he
hated
started.
that. I hated
Yeah, I
seeing that,
hated it.
man.
Yeah,
I
me
hated
too.
seeing that. That was so goofy, man. Like I really
He is a
don't.
goofy.
I just don't like him. I feel like he's
He's cringy.
like a clown, man. He's just so he's such a dork. He reminds me, to tell you the truth, of several track dudes that I knew growing up. So it's like I see, oh, that's what happens if they're left to fester in their own track dorkness and continue to evolve. You know what I mean? That's what they become. This type of dude here. If they get the
dorkness.
I mean, because yeah, man. Because I'm not saying all track people act like him, but I know several dudes that cornball dudes that happen to have his traits. They absolutely ran track.
Yeah.
They absolutely ran track.
I ran track, and I know dudes that act like that.
You know them. You know who I'm talking about.
It's the alt nerd vibe. The be at the Comic-Con, but think they're too good to hang out with motherfuckers who like are the cool black people. He's a nerd who dislikes the cool kids because they're cool. So he thinks that he's cooler than the nerds because now he's got some type of fame.
He's an anti-hero. So now, he feels like he's an anti-hero.
Yes, greatness. Yeah, but low key, he wants to be
right
what those other people are. But
I wish I had those accolades. Since I don't have those accolades, I'll shit on those accolades. And when I get the first whiff of success, I don't know how to act, and I'll never smell it again.
He's mad. Yeah, he's really mad at
bars.
Yeah, that's fucked up though.
It's trying,
how
Carl.
it is. That's what it is. He's mad that he wants a shoe deal with Adidas to have regular shoes because Spikes don't make no money. So he wants his own shoe, which is cool. I get that because there ain't no money in selling Spikes. I'm like, cool, but he sees Anthony Edwards in Adidas. Yeah, I mean, give him
They'll make him a cross trainer.
Yeah, make him some Crocs or something. I don't know.
Crocs.
Yeah, man, right. Why don't you be the first dude to come up with some like comfortable like running shorts or some shit, man? Like stick in your wheelhouse, stick in your lane. I mean, and shout out those Anthony Edwards ones. I'm definitely getting some. They're reasonably priced too. They only like $100.
Hey, yo, fucking
$120. Yeah, man.
UFO Feeve, he gave me the fucking. I type in UF. This is how much I've listened to Feeve. I type in UF, and then all of a sudden this Feeve comes up on my Google search. UF,
hey man, the high.
Not even UFC popped up first. Anyway, UFO Feeve.
Hey, shout out Feeve and Pedro Star.
Word.
That album.
I would not wear those.
Yeah,
I'm only talking about wearing them for hooping, not the orange ones, the gray ones.
Blue ones.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gray ones.
Yeah. Oh man, those things.
Yeah,
are
110.
Yeah, that's nothing.
No, it really isn't. But yeah,
and they're made. The material they're made from. I mean, I'm not wearing them all the time. I'm only wearing them hoop, and I think they'll last a little bit because of the material they're made from and everything. They seem durable.
Yeah,
reasonable price point. I'm with it. Shout out Anthony Edwards, man. Ant-Man.
UFO Feeve said they fit like the Yeezys, the old Yeezys. Said they might be the same shoe.
They said that they looks so weird on them.
They look like some alien spacecraft. I like the way they look.
Super futuristic.
Yeah, and they said they feel great. I see $100 ones. I see $110 ones. And I already got a pair of basketball shoes. But yeah,
it looks like someone threw some plastic over somebody's foot because like the actual fabric part of the shoe is so shaped with the heel and everything. I mean, it is so shaped like it's somebody's actual foot.
It's a nice form-fitting thing. So is that what Lyles is? Noah Lyles is mad about, that he doesn't get to benefit from the technology that Anthony Edwards is getting to benefit from?
No, he just picked a sport that you can't sell a lot of merchandise from.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Tell that to Usain Bolt. Tell that to Michael Johnson. I mean, I'm sure I haven't heard either.
I mean, it's the same with footy players with
being raw.
Yeah, with international football players, they get shoe deal endorsements, and the only ones that buy their shoes are the kids that are playing football, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's
it's a big difference, though, Carl, because they get jersey sales as well. If you're a famous player, they get jersey. It's like
okay, so he can't sell his tank top.
Hell no! Who want to wear a freaking Noah Lyles tank top? The name ain't even on the back.
He needs to humble himself. He needs to humble himself.
I guarantee you, Usain Bolt used to sell tank tops.
Thank you, Carl. That's what I was just about to say.
Usain Bolt could sell anything he wanted.
Humble himself, man. He needs to realize that he ain't raw like that. He's accomplished one or two things. Not to take away from your accomplishments, but in the scheme of things, your accomplishments don't measure up to the people that you hating on, man.
Yeah, they do.
That's my problem.
That's fact.
They don't. They don't.
What has Anthony Edwards done better than Noah Lyles?
I mean, he showed up at the Olympics and he won 2 times in a row.
Got that gold medal.
Champion.
Got that gold medal.
He got one gold medal.
Didn't he go last time? Didn't he go 4 years ago?
No, he went last year for FIBA. You have to remember, Anthony Edwards really been in the league for like 3-4 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he went to the last Olympics.
They lost. No, he didn't go to the last Olympics. No way. And FIBA, they lost. They didn't get no medal last year in the World Basketball
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
They didn't get no medal. Noah Lyles is world champion in different races. He has tons of medals. He has tons of more accolades as far as the international level in championships more than Anthony Edwards.
Man, look.
He does.
Like I said, man. Noah Lyles, yeah, he's put up some good numbers. But his downfall is that he's comparing himself to other people that are doing something else. He's comparing apples to watermelons. He's comparing lemons to goddammit coconuts. You know, he's trying to be like, yeah, we're the same. No, sure, you're all athletes, right? You're all competing. You're all competitors. But don't try to discount and hate on the accomplishments of that team sport, that team play versus you running real fast. Like,
so
yes,
he's only got one Olympic medal. It's a bronze. He has 6 world titles.
Olympic. He won the 100. Noah? He has a gold. He has a gold in the 100.
He won one. He won one gold.
3
in Paris.
A bronze in Tokyo. I know for a fact he got bronze in Tokyo, and he got bronze in the same event this year, the 200 meter. Then he got first in the 100. That's a big deal now. God bless Beats agrees. The 100 meter dash, he got first. And the Jamaicans have been dominating that shit. He has I'm looking at it right now. World championships. He has 1, 2,
6.
3.
He's got 6 world titles.
6. That's good.
And 4 Diamond League final trophies. But it's showing here.
That's dope. Good. Congratulations.
Olympic bronze.
Stop hating and being a bitch. It.
He got a bronze in the 200 in Tokyo, and he got a bronze this year in Paris. He got a gold first place in the 100 meter dash.
Okay, well then they haven't updated on any websites because it's showing here the only Olympic medal was in Tokyo, the bronze.
You got to go to Olympics.com, and that shows the up-to-date medal counts and all that type of stuff.
Okay,
and you can see that there.
Well, again, he's got a PR problem because he should have his people updating his Wikipedia.
Well, I think cool. That's the problem. I think as soon as people started hearing him talk and he started trying to denigrate other people to make himself be greater, people don't want to hear him anymore. So now his PR problem is, how do we make you not sound like a bitch? How do we make it so you sound
a bitter
actually
asshole?
Like a decent human being I would want to be around?
I got a suggestion.
Of an insufferable asshole.
Just insert AI instead of letting him actually talk.
Interesting.
I stunned Jab. He's like
his haircuts be whack too. His braids, he be doing his braids weird. Like I said, he was the alt nerd kid that runs with his arms out like this. You know what I'm saying, which I'm cool with that. I like that shit.
Like the Naturo run.
Yeah. That's what he do. That's that kid right there. Matter of fact, I think he did have that shit on his head a couple times. And you hear him in high school, he was a real cornball. Like he had like a high level of autism or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He really was a super cornball. But I root for the kid. Okay? Fuck it. USA.
USA. Let's talk to the sports, man. Let's dig into some other sports.
Let's get to the Holy Trinity with the Trident, the trifecta, Mallory Swanson, Trinity Rodman, and Sophia Smith, who brought home gold for soccer for USA. Dennis Rodman's daughter is one of the biggest parts of that team.
That's dope. That's super dope.
She put her braids in. She had pink braids. They dominated. I did not see them doing this well, considering how they did the last Olympics.
Didn't we beat Brazil?
Yeah, they beat Brazil in the final.
That's fucking insane, Jack.
Yeah,
that's masterful.
Yo, that goal was kind of that we got, even though we won 1-0, that goal was kind of bullshit because the lady that they kicked the ball and the girl that was went to the ball first, she didn't touch it, she was offsides. Then the girl that was onsides, she got the ball and kicked it. But the referee they could call obstruction on that call because the one girl got in front of it.
But they didn't.
They didn't, and they called it. But obstruction might
USA,
not be.
Baby.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm still like in the EPL.
Hey, man, stop being the communist, man.
Well, yeah, USA. I mean, they beat Japan in the quarterfinal. They beat Germany in the semifinal.
That's great.
And then beat Brazil. So it wasn't like they had an easy road to it either.
No.
I mean, they earned. So, that's one of those things about football, international football is you can have, a 5-3 game. That's exciting. But sometimes the most exciting games are a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's all about, what's going on the pitch. And I think what the women have done through history in the United States have been pretty incredible because they've always been a lot more of a contender than men's international football.
They're the most legit team when it comes to football, when it comes to footy. Like, you don't think men's US team, like that was a PR scheme when they were at prominence, and when we were talking about them.
I mean, the Alexi Lawless years.
Those years, yeah, you got to go back then. But this recent time, like when everybody was trying to get hyped up over the men going, no, that was in backlash to the fact that the U.S. women's team was so dominant and they were ruling the headlines when anybody talked about soccer. They wanted to shift attention to the men's team. They wanted to say, "Oh yeah, but our men get." Well, I say backlash. I just say equal and opposite response to what they saw that was going on. That's the way I saw it, because no one cared about men's team, but everybody cared about the women's team. The women are champions. They've won 4 years in a row.
The men's team generates
way more
as much money as
unfortunately
the women do.
The women deserve it more. Yeah, and I agree with that because
everything
there again, and the U.S. national team has some really great players on it.
Yeah,
but
the goalie was
as a whole squad, they're still lacking, and not having a really great coaching performance over the last several. I feel like there has been a lot more support for men's football lately, but the women deserve it way more.
Absolutely, they do.
But they're rebuilding. They haven't been this dominant force. They're fifth in the world. Germany, who we beat twice, one in group play and one in the semifinals, is ranked fourth. England didn't do nothing in the Olympics. France did a little something. Spain, I think, beat them, and they went to play Brazil, which Brazil is not even in the top 10 in FIFA. They're not number 9 in FIFA rankings. The men, we didn't send our best there. Point blank, period. We didn't for US. We didn't send close to our best. Not even close. Gio Reyna didn't play. It's the under 23 squad. That's being said. Everybody has to be under 23 except 2 players, I believe. 2 or 3 players, something like that. We didn't send our best at all. Cool.
I also think Morocco's underrated a little bit. I think Morocco's a team that in the next FIFA you're going to see does really well again. That 4-0 game in the quarterfinals against the U.S. I mean, should tell people a lot about that Moroccan team.
They didn't believe it, but then they lost in the semifinals. And on what happened in the third place game, they won like 6-0 in the
in the bronze medal game.
The
Yeah.
bronze medal game, they whooped that ass. It was.
Yeah. Well, and Egypt isn't a slouch. I don't think they're even close to the competition, but they're not a slouch.
Yeah, they're in the semifinals. Team. They're reputable.
Yeah. Their best Egyptian player is Mo Salah. He is just a beast. He is just. They won 6-0. We lost 4-0, but they beat Egypt 6-0. That is insane, yo. They lost to Spain. Spain is always up there. Oh, Spain actually won the championship.
The men's, yeah. They won gold men's. For the men's against France.
They lost 2-1. So we lost.
Did Ronaldo play or not? Ronaldo. What's his name? Play for them?
Who?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nah. He plays for Portugal. And he didn't play in the Olympics because he's too old. Spain? Bunch of young guys. It's freaking under 23 squad. None of their heavy hitters played.
Oh, that's dope.
Just a bunch of 23. But they have heavy hitters there that play professionally, but they're not like big names. They play for Barcelona, Real Madrid.
That's what I was gonna say. Were they club players? People that were, pros. Yeah, that's cool.
We got club players too in our under 23, but they're not.
Yeah, good. But our clubs don't count. We don't have anybody who plays in Euro clubs.
Those play over there.
Let me ask you, and you might know this better than I do, Lukey, but from what I understand, there's no higher honor for most footballers than them playing on your national team, right?
Right.
But I believe that they view
from the US.
No, but I believe that they view the FIFA tournaments way higher than they do the Olympics.
Yep.
And so if you're from Brazil, being chosen for your national team is, obviously one of the highest honors that you can get. But as far as the national team, they're more focused on the FIFA competition or the UEFA or any other, you know what I mean? Like footballers are way more into what they do than they are on that Olympic committee BS. Is that not true?
Yes. Colombia, Jaime Rodriguez sucks. He went to Real Madrid. He did all right, I guess. But the reason why he got all that money to go to Real Madrid because he was in the World Cup showing out for Colombia. And then he got to club. He sucked. 2 years came. Then he played for the Copa America. Dominated. Got more money. Went to the club and sucked. He comes to Copa again. Jaime Rodriguez plays amazing. Are they going to give him some more money? I hope not, because he plays much better for country than club. Me and Crime Apple had this conversation a long time ago. I said, yo, these guys play better for country than club. He was like, facts. If you're not from the United States, we don't cherish these country tournaments like that Serbia does.
Point. That's my point, Lukey.
Serbia, they were ecstatic to get a gold medal. We'd be like, oh, fuck, we got a gold medal. Yeah.
I think there's a measure of arrogance on the United States part because we feel like, this is the greatest country in the world. And, so I kind of feel like we try to put ourselves above that kind of stuff. Whereas other nations, because you can't say that the people in the United States don't have national pride. Sometimes we have too much. I just feel like we try to separate ourselves and elevate ourselves like we don't need that kind of competition to validate us.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And to other
so
people,
what? It's the World
everything.
Cup. I guess it's a big deal for you guys. I mean,
we're like
Americans.
We like to prove our might with military. So
that's right.
Bruh, check this out.
World War champs 2 times in a row,
baby. Undefeated.
Well, let's not. Everybody loses sometime. Let's not get too excited.
A win is a win.
A bomb is a bomb. Okay, boom. Iran fought. Right. Iran played United States of America, and they beat them. This is years ago. The ladies went to the streets and took the hijab off. They were that excited. It was that big of a deal. That shit is insane.
Yeah.
So it's the other countries. It means Georgia. This year, Georgia, they made out the group in the Euros, and it meant everything to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't mean the same or hold the exact weight, or it didn't. Now it's coming a little bit back. because we as Americans are seeing that we're having a so-called golden age of football players. We have players that play for Juventus, Barcelona, AC Milan, Chelsea. We sold a dude from Atlanta United to Chelsea just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's my favorite club. We have all these. Josh Sargent plays for Norwich City. That's in the championship. But EPL and shit. We have all these players. Musa, AC Milan. We have all these players. Yeah, Pulisic, AC Milan. That's my. We have all these. Gio Reyna played for Nottingham Forest. He did play for Dortmund. These are all Champions League teams. So we have all these great players that make up our starters in the FIFA and UEFA. And so we're excited. We want to change what soccer is in United States of America, especially before the World Cup. 2 years.
Well, that's why they're building that huge facility here in Georgia.
Dude,
the National Training Center and the new hub for all things soccer on every level is going to be just south of Atlanta here, and they're building a massive complex which is going to facilitate youth soccer all the way up to national team training, development, all of that. And it's a huge investment just in a sport that's been very popular here on a little league level for forever. Yes. I can't tell you every person I know played some soccer when they were in school or
grade school.
Yeah, I mean it's always been wildly popular there, but in the last really, I guess 15 years, but mostly the last decade, it's really started to gain some prominence,
legitimacy
on viewership and interest from people in this country. So it's the most popular sport in the world.
It is.
That's right. That's a fact.
It kind of they quit playing it though when they get to be an age where they you get to, when the kids are more intellectually inclined to do other things with different rules, they stop playing soccer. Soccer right now at 4 and 5 and 6, maybe even 8, 9. Everybody run that way, keep the ball. Everybody run that way, keep the ball. There's a group of motherfuckers. Everybody run that way, keep the ball. There's no offsides. There's no, they don't know the rules. It gets
which is
around.
So unfortunate because it is such a brilliantly intellectual game.
It is.
That's graceful yet action packed. I mean, it's one of the reasons I love hockey is because there's so much strategy that you don't see because everything's moving so quickly. It's the same with football. When you look at formations and how you line up the players. Do I go with left back and right back, or do I go with wing backs? Do I go left middle or center middles? Do I have a center defensive middle? Do I instead go for a center attacking middle? Am I using one striker and two wingers? All of these or like a center forward and a striker, and you've got all of these different positions and ways that you can just line up your squad and what that means for how you play. But then you've got all of these different styles of play. And when you start getting into watching games, it's really, really brilliant. When it's done well, it's incredible to watch.
It is, but a lot of people don't get the rules. I remember when I first started going to Atlanta United games, I was sitting there explaining the rules to people. And this one dude kept on saying, say they got tackled. A tackle. Mm-hmm. And the dude's like, play their game. Hit them. If they hit you, you hit them back. I'm like,
that doesn't work that way.
That's not how it works, bro.
No, that's how red cards get handed out.
Yeah, I had to explain to them cards. I had to explain to them free kicks. I had to explain to them offside traps. I had to explain to them offsides. And then the guy said, why don't they stand down there and just by the goal and just like kick it in? I'm like, bruh, you need to. I can't help you. You're way too old. I can't really.
You cannot be past their last defender when that ball comes off of the passer's foot.
But he watched hockey, Carl. So I'm like, my thing is.
So he should know because it's the same in hockey.
Same difference, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
At least football doesn't have icing.
Yeah, there you go. Icing's cool though. And now that I understand that you told me about icing is, I told him replace. Just imagine out here that you like it's all ice. You know what I'm saying? And like you can sub whenever you want to, but that's not soccer. You can't sub whenever you want to. Just it's like hockey, man.
Oh, limited number of subs.
And the goals are about the same sometimes as well. The scores.
They can be. Yeah, there have been sometimes some different eras in hockey where they've changed some of the rules to make it a little more high scoring. But
it was high scoring this year. That shit was pretty phenomenal. It makes me like, man, I'm losing 4-0. I'm about to sub. I'm the goalie sub. Give me out of there.
That's one of those
8-1-0 sub.
That's one of those amazing things about certain sports, and I think again, international football and hockey mirror each other in this way. There was a time when a bicycle kick was the most outstanding thing anyone's ever seen in their life. Right?
It's magical.
I remember the first time somebody had, and I think it was Wayne Gretzky in a commercial, had taken a puck, flipped it on his stick, pop, 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 and then from the air smacked it with the stick and made a goal. You see that in games now. Mm-hmm. You see crazy shit with stick handling and in football with foot movement and the dribbling and the way that it's remarkable. And because somebody does it, then everybody else studies it and they practice it and then they become natural at it and then they find a new way to elevate that. And so, I think they're my two favorite sports.
I fuck with favorite to watch is probably soccer. Second is basketball. But I love playing basketball. I can't play soccer. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, we gotta go back and revise something real quick. Just letting it be known, the U.S. ended up with 126 medals, not 120.
That's what he said.
Oh, did we say 100? Okay.
Yeah, 126. Right. Yeah, 40, 44, and 42.
Right. Okay, never mind. Cut that out.
That's all good.
I ain't good with numbers.
Luka, you're infallible. Your numbers are good. Luka.
I had him pulled up to make sure. He's good.
Yeah, I was sorting them a different way. And I was just making sure I had it done the right way. Hey man, special shout out to the women's track team for USA for going out there and going crazy. The 4x100 went insane. Sha'Carri went insane. I'm glad that she finally got the gold. Hey man, I'm glad she got the gold. Salute to her. I didn't like that they were hating on her smoking weed for and trying to disqualify her from being one of the greats. But now she got out there, she got to represent and be one of the greats. So I think she deserved it. Shout out Canada, y'all showed up. Mm-hmm. Y'all had some runners that were out there getting busy, man.
On the 4x1.
I just like I said, I just didn't want to get too far past track or past the extra super fast track part. Shout out Norway for winning the decathlon.
Let's see.
This dude from Norway, man, like a 26-year-old dude.
We're not going to mention Canada taking the breaking competition.
We didn't get there yet. I mean, we got a lot to talk about when we get to breaking. Let's go there. We got a lot to talk about when we get to breaking. You want to talk about it? You ready for the breaking? Let's talk about it. First of all, shout out to Canada. What's his name? Phil Wizard. For being the first gold medalist in breakdancing. That's
might be the last too.
I mean, well, and hold on. Let's clarify. Let's clarify because I think a lot of people have this misconception that because of the spectacle and the debacle that happened and coincide with the inaugural breakdancing competition, that it was decided at that point that they weren't going to have breakdancing in LA in 2028. No, this was already decided. Yeah, this was already decided 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Whenever they announced they were doing breakdancing in France, LA had already decided we're not having breakdancing over here. Why? Who knows? But that's what it was. So it didn't have nothing to do with Ray Gun's dumbass getting out there and besmirching the name of all good B-boys and B-girls worldwide. But shout out all the gold medal champions. Shout out the Japanese girl, I forget her name, who won.
Unbelievable.
Gold, who won gold. That's who we need to talk about, man. Fuck Ray Gun, the disgrace of Australia.
Man, come on, man. She having fun, bro.
No, she set
you
that
having
up.
Fun.
She set that up.
Yeah, Carl, educate him. Oh, how? Oh, it's quite the diabolical scheme.
So
explain that, Carl.
They didn't have a Olympic breakdancing committee, and basically this fell under the ballroom dancing category in a sense. So
dance category, a dance,
right? A dance category. So
yeah, it was a dance.
In Australia, they reach out to this professor of hip hop studies and supposed knowledgeable person in breakdancing.
Correct. Not only that, not to cut you off. Not only that, but she leads the Australian arm of this worldwide body of dance officials or whatever the case is.
Right.
She founded the Australian arm of the break dancing aficionados. She basically has her own little
which has like 19 members.
Yeah, 19, 20 members. I don't even want to take nothing away from them because I didn't see none of them, and I know it was rigged that we didn't get to see any of them. But keep going, Carl. Please, I'm sorry. I got heat for that hoe. I got heat for her.
Okay, so Dance Sport Australia finds itself in charge of breakdancing qualification for the Australian Olympic team. So they get in contact with Ray Gun, a self-proclaimed breakdancing expert who has a PhD in breakdancing. And so what she did was partner with an Australian breakdancing association,
which
and
she is the founder of.
They said they would run the qualifications, but she was the one that founded it with her husband. And it has about 20 members. Unsurprisingly, they run a qualifier that gets 15 entrants, and Ray Gun is selected as the woman's entrant, and her husband gets appointed as the team coach. You know who was judging it? Her husband.
Her husband. He was the judge.
So it was qualified. It was a scam to begin with. So for me, everybody that legitimately breakdances in Australia need to string that bitch up and use her like a pinata, because they all got fucked out of an opportunity to represent their country. And there's tons of great hip hop in Australia.
Absolutely.
So I know there are great breakdancers in Australia.
Shout out SB11. Shout out Flu Dust. You know what I mean? Shout out the guys on the other side of the world. We know. Squad Dead Face. Shout our people out, man. We got people.
I mean, there's a culture.
Away. I'm not hating on Australia. I'm hating on Ray Gun. I ain't hating on Australia.
So aside from even if she had gone in and put a good performance in and didn't make a mockery of it, I'd still be upset.
Yeah. If she had gotten further along and then all these facts came out like you just explained, I'd absolutely take issue to it. I definitely would take more issue.
But then to do all of that, not because you're a great breakdancer and you just want this shot. Clearly. You just apparently have no respect for that art form at all.
None. It's not.
And so you decided you'd make a joke out of it.
It's a dance style.
She really
terrible. I do some hip hop.
I'm that bad.
I've done a couple of hip hop dances before. Hip hop dances routines. That's her quote. That's an actual quote of hers.
That's what she said.
She doesn't respect b-boying and b-girls as a part of the culture, as a foundational pillar of hip hop. She don't give a fuck about hip hop. But shout out them DJs out there in Paris, because they were getting busy.
So
it really was
getting busy.
Yeah.
If Australia was founded,
Paris.
Look, if Australia was founded on people that were kicked out of other countries, where do you go when you get kicked out of Australia?
New Zealand.
Haiti.
No, don't do that
Haiti.
to New Zealand. I'd put her in the South Pole.
I said Haiti.
I'm just fucking with the Kiwis, man. I love the Kiwis.
I said Haiti.
Shout out my man Jack.
Haiti, man.
No, man. Don't you ever besmirch the shores of Haiti with those rejects.
Let her fight.
South Pole, I'm telling you, it's perfect.
Fight with barbecue.
Just drop her right down there.
We'll send her down to Tasmania or something.
Well, I say I'm hungry so I want some barbecue. I'm hungry, so I want barbecue, like rival gangs in Haiti do or some shit like that. Said some shit like that.
Yeah, barbecue. Shout
Yeah.
out barbecue. He's the Haitian gang leader. I see what you did there, Luke.
He got a dude to wipe his face. Imagine you sign up to be in the gang, you got to be the towel boy to start out. You got to wipe the dude's face all the time. That's wild. Yeah, but more about this breakdancing.
Yeah.
Are we still
shout out Ami. Yeah, Ami Uasa from Japan won gold.
I will tell you.
Shout her out. She was
Japan,
dope.
amazing breakdancers. Amazing, ridiculous. Yes.
Absolutely.
They are crazy with it.
They were great, man. In the men's competition, Japan was, they were a problem instantly. As soon as the Japanese set came out there, and unapologetically, they came out going hard. Like, that's what they do all the time. Like, you can tell that they are fluent in breaking. Like, oh yeah, we, on weekends we go, yeah, we breaking, we doing all this stuff. We getting busy.
How do you score
Shout out Japan. Well, I think the scoring was probably very subjective, except for in the case of Reagan. Anybody with eyes can see that she sucked. But
it's no different than scoring skateboarding. You're looking at moves and technicality of moves and difficulty of moves. You're looking at routine. So how are they putting those moves together? What's the flow like?
How are you riding the beat? You know what I mean? I think they missed out by not having
the crews.
Somebody like. Well, yeah, they should have had actual already established b-boys being the judges.
Crazy
I don't
legs.
know.
No,
Crazy
I'm talking
Legs
on stage. They should have been able to have their crews on stage.
They should have had crews behind them. Yeah, that would have been dope, Carl. That would have been. I think they did good.
Not even just team breakdancing, but there's a lot to be said about having all your homies up there and they're rooting you on as you're going.
They were on the sidelines. That's one thing.
But that's the way it is in the street. Is you got a crowd around you, right?
They were on the sidelines. Oh, shout out my man from the Netherlands. What's his name? Michael. Hold on. He was working the crowd. Like, he got that, Carl. He understood that. He was out there. He was getting people hyped up, and all his moves were original. Like, he was incorporating. Well, no, I think that might be the Ukraine dude I'm thinking of. But either way, the dude from the Netherlands, and I think he came in maybe fourth. He was raw. He was really dope. There were a lot of dope people. The dude from France who came in second, he was all right. He was only okay. I feel like USA beat him. Victor from the USA beat him, but because it was France, he got the home court advantage, man. But it's whatever. It's all good. It was great. I was really hyped watching breakdancing. And it was fun watching breakdancing. Ash was sitting there watching breakdancing with me, and he was just hype, dancing around on the ground and stuff.
That's cool.
Even my wife was sitting there. She was watching, catching the breakdancing too. And people were getting hype, and it was dope just seeing hip hop on the world stage and people so into it. Like, when they were panning around, getting the stadium shots, and you would see the crowd in there, like, people were really into it. Like, yeah, this is dope. And the soundtrack, like I said, again, the DJs that were spinning, oh my God. Especially in the finals, they were playing some ill shit. Judgment, Wu-Tang was representing. Obviously, Wu-Tang is worldwide. The world, who else can walk around the world with a free pass? Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang forever in a day.
Wu-Tang forever in a day, baby. Again and again. It was a magical, beautiful thing to watch, man. So I'm glad it happened. I don't care that it's not in the next Olympics. I'm not really too concerned about it.
I don't think it belongs in there. I feel like they took it like Juneteenth.
Yeah. Ooh, Lukey. Ooh, that's a hot take, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I feel like it diminishes us. It diminishes us by having to try to attempt to explain why breakdancing is a respectable art form and not just some sort of dance moves that are happening out there. It diminishes us. So I agree with you on that, Lukey. I'm not, that's again, like I said, I'm not mad that breaking isn't it. I'm glad that it was on there this time and that we got to see some excellent shit happen and some funny shit. But at the same time, yeah, oh well, whatever. It's cool.
I think you might as well put cheerleading in there. I think cheerleading is
well, but ballroom dancing has been for a long time.
Was ballroom dancing an Olympic art?
It was an Olympic sport. I don't know if it has been for a while, but yeah, it was definitely something.
Are you going to the Googles right now?
That sounds like when the Olympics was only a European represented place. Because who the fuck cares about ballroom dancing? Who's determining these Olympic selections of sports?
What's that shit?
I can tell you.
What's the dude with? Okay, they got a little dude with no hands. They be throwing the beanbag into the. I want to say cricket. It's not cricket. Cornhole. Might as well put cornhole in that shit too, yo.
Hey, look, me and my wife love watching the Cornhole World Championship. It's actually going to be up here in Charlotte. We're going to go. We're buying tickets. It's crazy.
But you might as well put that in the Olympics. You might as well put that in the Olympics.
I don't know about that. That's just some American shit, man. Like, for example, like I don't want to see tag in the Olympics. I don't want to see none of that goofy shit that Americans like decide, like frisbee golf. I don't want to see none of that type shit in the Olympics.
Ultimate frisbee. I'll take ultimate frisbee
in the man. Whatever, man.
If they had breakdancing, they might as well put cheerleading, ultimate in there. But frisbee golf,
that's just catering to the Americans, to the lazy Americans.
Slam
ball. Get out. No. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. But they did put 3-on-3 basketball in there. Shout out to Jimmer Fredette. Yeah, we did. Hey, we did suck. But no, the idea that they had 3-on-3. Hey, man, shout out Ice Cube and the Big Three. I mean, it's just a matter of time. We should have picked the Big Three team. Put them in the league.
Okay, they play different rules. For one, there's no checking. Whenever someone scores, you just take the ball to the 3-point line. You can shoot a three right then. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't have to take it back?
You don't have to take it back because different rules in the Big Three.
That's cool, whatever.
But if you would have sent...
That makes it easier.
If you would have sent one of them Big Three
Joe
teams...
would go crazy out there.
Oh, my God. Jeff Teague said...
Come on. Shout out to Jeff Teague.
His podcast is so funny, man. That shit is...
it is a very good podcast. It is a very good podcast.
He has the regular nigga introspective to the NBA that is so insane.
Just a random nigga in the NBA.
Like, it seems like it's just a regular... It seems like you or me and Carl talking about how we... Jeff Teague hit Ricky Rubio, knocked him out of bounds. And so a fan said, man, these black guys ain't got nothing to lose. And so Jeff Teague's like, and then what happened was he made like a shot in the game. Someone messaged him and said, this is why I'm still racist. You didn't cover my over and under.
This is why I'm still racist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. That's hilarious.
Hey, that's petty racism. That's like
that's cool with me. I'm
like
cool
petty
with that.
crime.
Hey, check it out. Check it out. Speaking of, that's funny, man. Let's just a quick little segue into gambling. So check it out. You know that one of the hottest new fields of gambling right now is betting on women's basketball. And women's basketball, women's NBA, women's NCAA absolutely that's the new hottest thing to bet on as far as like if you're doing FanDuel and any of those type of things. And it's crazy like the type of props they got going on as far as, by props, I mean proposition bets for the gamblers and non-gamblers out there. Look, Jack, they are betting on people. These degenerates are tracking the menstrual cycles of the players.
Are you kidding me?
I'm going to bet against this team because she is on her period.
I'll get that.
She's going to have a bad game. Or she's going to have a good game because she's on her period.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
It's insane, man. But yeah,
that is so intrusive and wrong for so many reasons.
I agree.
But here's the flip side of that. It's actually beneficial to women's leagues because they said now
they're getting viewership.
FanDuel is causing these WNBA games to get more viewership, and not only more viewership, but more sponsorship, more ad dollars are coming in. all this stuff, and it's all tied to gambling.
Yes, yeah,
crazy, man.
And you look in the NCAA women's women, a lot of them are super thick because they're on depot and they retain the water weight. And if you're on depot, you don't have a period.
Whatever they on, I like it.
Yeah, you don't have a period for one. Number two is, but you do have the symptoms sometimes of having your cycle. Imagine you wake up in the morning, it's game 7 of the NBA finals. Everything you worked for is just like on the line. You worked your whole life.
And you get crippling cramps.
Yeah, you get your period in the morning. You still gotta go play.
Jason Cranberry juice, you'll be all right.
It's what did you have?
I mean, it depends on the woman. Some women.
I'm joking. I was joking there.
Yeah, I hope your wife doesn't see this.
Look, we have that's a whole nother conversation. She hates me. She hates me. She has the most violently evil periods of the world. I'm going to leave it at that, but she definitely turns into somebody. She hates my guts. Whenever, that's how I know. Like, I'll come home and I breathe the wrong way, and she looks at me funny. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go and rub your feet now, and just keep my head down, I guess.
Indeed.
I love you, dear.
My ex in Memphis, she used to have the worst periods, and like that's how I knew I loved her, man. I used to go up there.
Telling me, yeah,
she was rolling around the floor and throwing up, and I'm like, "Yo, you all right?
Oh, wow.
What I gotta do?" Like,
that's crazy.
But I was scheduled going up there to she lived in Murfreesboro, so I could take care of her while she was on a cycle, and I like 5 different things, pomegranate juice and all type of shit.
Yeah,
time. Yeah, just try to make it better.
I was researching it, man. It is fucked up, but you know how we all feel like, or we've all been told like 8 hours of sleep is acceptable and you should be able to function like that. And you always hear women talking about how tired they are and how cranky they are, or whatever the cases are. It's because women need more than that 8 hours of sleep, man. Women and their bodies are a magnificent, magical thing, man. To sound like any 8th grade phys ed teacher, right? But it's a serious thing, man. Like, I mean, think about it. Their bodies filter and purify their blood supply over 30 days and get rid of the impurities, start all over again, get ready, preparing. I mean, the inner workings of a woman are insane and magical and worthy of our respect. Women, as far as being looked at in any sort of way other than in admiration and awe, is insane and asinine
and unacceptable.
Unacceptable. I mean, speaking of unacceptable, shout out to old girl from where is she from? Tunisia. Yeah, shout out old girl from Tunisia, the boxer who won
Algeria.
the gold. Algeria, thank you. I knew it was one of those former French colonies in Africa. Shout out the Algerian lady. And I'm going to keep on saying the Algerian lady because it's crazy, man. She was punching people in the face. The first chick she punched in the face, and she said, "Oh, I've never been hit that hard. That's a man."
Pussy.
What? You a punk bitch. How the hell you going to join boxing, Olympic level boxing at that, get hit really hard, and then you're going to be like, "No, that couldn't have been a woman. That's a man that punched me. That's a man pretending to be a woman." First of all, Algeria would never have trans or gay anything representing their company or their country on the world stage. That's first and foremost. But number two, the chick is obviously a lady. Like, she's obviously a lady. Sure, she has some strong features, I guess, but I've seen some ugly men-looking women in backcountry Kentucky and Alabama too.
I've seen them in Midtown.
There's there are some differences. There are women that have exceptionally high testosterone levels. That happens. Yeah, and there are women that have an extra chromosome. There's all kinds of different things that can happen. And I know she does fit into a certain category where she was disqualified from world qualifiers the year before.
Yeah, because of her testosterone test or whatever.
Right.
I remember
they didn't
Nope.
they didn't specify what specifically she did not pass for.
Oh, I thought it was because she had higher
did.
levels of testosterone than was accessible or something.
One time she did because she's probably on PDEs, but they took the chromosome test. She beat a Russian in the competition. Then the committee that does the chromosome test was from where? Russia. The Taiwanese girl that beat up a Russian too. Both of those women were disqualified later. They said they failed the chromosome test. They didn't give the results. They never gave the results out. They just disqualified them in the middle of the tournament. The Russians that got beat by Russians disqualified the women for beating Russians. Then they canceled out that whole entire fucking association because they was corrupt. They said it was corrupt. That don't go by that no more. The girl's born a woman. Just because these bitches are ugly don't mean they niggas.
Talk that shit, Lukey. Exactly. Yeah. That's a fact. And that's what I think it is.
Up.
They tried to roast her for being ugly.
I mean, that's
it. They tried to roast her for not being as feminine looking as the other chicks that she was beating up. Yeah. That's it, man. Shout her out, man. Shout out Algeria, man. I'm glad y'all won that, man.
I mean, but it's spelled so funny. It's spelled
I-A-I.
It's spelled I-M-A-N-E. I man.
Oh wow!
Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy? I man. What are you?
You got that Memphis accent.
I mean. That's fucked up. But I was crazy, for her the whole entire time. But that I did the knowledge. This girl, her name is Ho Rogan. It's on Instagram, and she kept on.
Ho Rogan.
Ho Rogan. I love her. I think she's really cool. Name. She's really cool. She did cosplay a lot. She has her different views, but we had to agree to disagree. She said that dude was a boy. He posted the article of misinformation.
It's not.
And it said that Mike Tyson would fight her, Khalif, and donate the money to abuse women. Nowhere can I find that Mike Tyson said that anywhere. He didn't.
They keep making shit up nowadays, man.
They do, and they post it. And
they act like it's man. That's the one thing I feel like the idiots and the poison thought people out here, the people who are trying to poison our brains, they have realized how much power, and they realized this obviously probably 20 years ago, but they realized how much power the internet has, or how much power an opinion has, and how quickly it can spread. And so they're, especially in these past, let's say 5 years, with these elections and all these wars and everything, they realize just the power of disinformation and confusion.
Yes.
Like they'll just spread so many facts that are just egregiously false. And
so
it clogs your brain up.
I will tell you, they understood it in World War II when the Nazis were, selling propaganda to their people, and it's not a new thing. It's just become so much easier for everybody to access that misinformation.
Yes, absolutely. It spreads quicker because of the connections to this World Wide Web that we have, right? It definitely, the virus spreads much quicker.
Yes.
Of the ignorance, of the stupidity. But while we're talking about, while we're still down these tunnels of other sports, man, shout out Canada, the women's volleyball 2-on-2 team. They got busy. Yeah, beach volleyball. The 2-on-2 beach volleyball team. They were pure Canadians out there. They got busy. They had a war with Brazil. And at one point, like they were getting hyped up, talking to their Canadian supporters in the stands or whatever, and the Brazilians took offense to it. They thought that the Canadians were denigrating them and insulting them, and they were trying to talk crazy to them. And the Canadians, very politely, in typical Canadian fashion, walked up to the net and checked them in like the most polite way possible and said, "No, we would never talk bad about you or whatever." I saw an interview with one of the Canadian players, and it was crazy how she was doing the play-by-play of what happened at the net. Because the Brazilian lady, they showed it. Like her eyes were like super big, her nose was big, like she looked like the devil breathing down on these Canadian people. And the Canadians were just standing there and they were like, no, 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 we would never disrespect you or do anything like that. We're going to beat you fair and square. And what they do, they ended up coming back and they beat them. High stakes. You know what I mean? Hey, shout them out, man. Shout out Canada. Canada sports was representing, man. You got the roots. The roots is highly appropriate right now, Carl, because Canada, they did their thing. One of the things, I got a bootleg. Obviously I represent staying off the grid USA, so I got a bootleg broken Fire Stick, right? So I watch Canadian.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I watch Canadian TV for a lot of my stuff because it's internet, protocols. And it was wild seeing the Olympics from the Canadian side, from the Canadian broadcasting side. Yeah, because it was like CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Channel, versus seeing the Olympics from the US side. Because obviously they were way more egalitarian, and I guess they were really more understanding of all the teams. Like USA, if we don't do good, we don't care about whatever sport's happening. Oh, USA didn't qualify. Let's go to this where USA is currently up. Oh, USA didn't qualify. Let's go to this where USA is currently up. On the CBC, they had every sport playing. Like I was watching table tennis, an intense table tennis match between, I believe it was South Korea and China. Oh my God. That shit was serious. Serious.
So they got some of they medals because we don't be playing table tennis like that.
We don't play those games.
Yeah, so table tennis is cool, but disc golf is out.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey man, Forrest Gump played table tennis.
He's not real.
I mean, it was based loosely off of real events, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Kind of, sort of.
Also, kayaking. I love to watch the kayaking. I think it's amazing how they're going down.
Pretty good.
And they go back up. I'm like, what the fuck? You got to go back up the fucking rip. That shit is insane.
Yeah. Okay. I got something for you then, fellas. Name your top 5 Olympic sports. It can be winter or summer. Your top 5 Olympic sports. It can't be basketball. Can't be track. Other sports that you like to watch. Your top 5 other sports.
Paper, rock, scissors. Who goes first, Carl?
Yeah, who goes first? It's between you and Carl.
Wait. It's 1, 2, 3, shoot, or 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3.
Paper. I'll do it. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn. All right, you go first.
Rock beat scissors. Carl.
Hey, yo, so who go? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna go international football. I'm gonna go hockey.
Okay.
Downhill slalom.
Ooh,
that's pretty awesome.
So you're a winter sports dude. Okay.
I mean, come on, and
Canada, man.
I gotta go luge.
The luge is serious.
It's
Absolutely.
Just so exciting to watch.
Okay. All right.
And then beach volleyball, but you know why I'm watching that. So
yes,
of course.
Oof.
Of course.
Oof.
Hubba.
Oof.
All right, Carl. Lukey's turn.
Okay, gymnastics. I love watching gymnastics. The women though.
Yeah.
Right, soccer, but the women though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's 2.
I would say the giant slalom or the super G. Super G is what it's called, correct?
Yeah.
That is the one. The super
That's the
G
super
looks
downhill.
Yes, that is looks like it's the most dangerous shit. Like it seems like they might die if they make a wrong turn. Like, yeah, it's bugged out. That's 3. Gymnastics, soccer, women. I wouldn't say that. Oh, track and field, definitely 4. That's probably like number one. Track and field is what I tune into. That's
you
what I
can't say
feel
track
like the
and field.
Olympics.
You can't say track and field. Yeah, I said you can't say no. You can't say track and field because those like basketball, track and field, those are the gimmies.
You should say hockey then. Or,
I did. Hey,
or figure skating. I used to like figure skating a lot. I used to like figure not growing up. Growing up, getting older. Then I
there's no body checking in figure skating though.
When the older I was little,
if you had full contact figure skating, I'd be down for it.
That's called hockey.
Like you get Tanya Harding and
Nancy
Kerrigan out on the ice at the same time, and they each get a stick.
Michelle Klein.
Now we're having a good time. I'm with it.
Ice fighting.
Oh my God, Christy Yamaguchi. That would be great. I know the David Bacano, Christy Yamaguchi. Oh my God, man. They had some. Yeah,
2 people in and 1 person leaves.
That's right.
The ice is red.
Kumite.
That's a wild shit.
Oh man.
What? I would say.
No. Yeah, you got like 2 more. Yeah. Thank you, Lukey. Talk that shit. Cycling. Yes. Which cycling?
Track. Sprint. The sprints when you like stop and you make the move and then you go because you're going up on the hill. The pursuit is pretty cool.
Okay, not the inside cyclodrome one where they have to race around.
The pursuit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They got team pursuit. They got one-on-one. The one-on-ones is amazing. The one-on-one. They actually have a track close to here. I see people like actually on that with their bikes that weigh as much as this remote. I'm saying, word.
Okay. You got one more.
That's tough. I think that's it, bro. I don't like to watch figure skating no more. Well, bobsled. I like to watch bobsled. I like the 2-man.
All right, that's 5.
I like watching 2-man more than the. I don't see low key auto. It's not really hard. Seems like the motherfuckers is like. The bobsled is just going down by itself when it's 5. When it's so big, but 2-man is better. Like luge, Carl. They got 2 luges. They got the forward. Head first.
Y'all remember when that dude went off the side of the luge?
Yes.
Yeah, that's wild. That shit was wild, man. Yeah, he died. Are you serious? He ran into the post at like 103 miles per hour.
And won.
It was rough, bro, because it happened in real time while we were watching it. It happened, and it was like crazy because the camera, like, it was following him and it just hit that pole and the camera kept moving and there was nobody there. And you just saw it. It said, dong.
And one.
Yeah, God bless that dude, man. But okay, that's your 5.
Before you go, I also meant to mention skateboarding because I'm always
Shaun
down.
White.
Yeah.
Shout out Shaun White, man. A real American hero. A real American hero.
Yeah, the half pipe snowboarding is.
No, I said skateboarding, but snowboarding is cool too.
I like
Shaun White was in both of those.
Yeah.
Shaun White was in both of those. Representing Shaun White.
Yeah.
You a real American hero for our generation. We salute you.
Yeah. Japan killed though. They took street men's and women's.
Yeah. Hey man, Japan is serious, man. Japan quietly puts up numbers in all the competitions where you think Americans are going to just have it on lock. Japan comes in there and be like, oh yeah, I'll show you. I know how to do this.
Japan 3rd overall in gold medals with 20, 45 medals in total, which doesn't put them really high up, but still in the top 10, I think.
Yeah.
But you got to remember they made PlayStation, so you got to think that they're going to do something.
Okay, that's a great correlation. I'll take it.
Whatever. I think they've made a lot more than just the PlayStation.
Japan has. Oh wow. Okay. Again, Lukey, that's a crazy correlation. But yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, they also have used panty machines, but that's not really.
Hey, I swear to God, man, and all of y'all out there in podcast land, do not bite my style when I do this, but I am definitely about to start selling used draws on the motherfucking the dark web or something, man.
Whose drawers are you selling?
Well, here's the thing. And, I probably, I'll give it away because no one will ever find the profile once I create it. But basically, man, I'm just gonna find some pictures of random chicks and be like, "Hey, my name is Trixie. These are my dirty drawers. I've had a hard day working at the truck stop. Do you want to buy them for $7,500?" And
At
I
the truck
bet you
stop,
people
bro.
start buying. Yeah, man, lizards. Shout out the lizards.
Lick the lizard. Lick the lizard.
No,
Lick
don't lick the
the
lizard.
lizard.
Don't do that. That's a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yeah. Let me say mine.
Yeah. What you got?
I want to shout out surfing. Surfing was ill.
It's tough.
Surfing was super ill this year. It was amazing watching what they were doing. So definitely got to shout out surfing. That iconic picture from the Brazilian surfer. Oh my God! If you haven't seen it, just Google Brazilian surfer.
I see that. Yeah, I see it. He's up in the air.
That's one of the illest pictures ever. Matter of fact, Huss Kingpin just put out an album called The Olympic Tape, and he got that image on the cover. Shout out Huss. Number two, I definitely want to shout out the floor routine in gymnastics. I love the floor routine. All of us do. You know,
are you talking about the one where he's standing?
Yeah,
midair
in the
and
air.
His board is beside it. That's crazy.
That's the iconic picture, man. You know, Google Brazilian Olympic surfer, and that's what you gonna get. It's gonna go down in history. It was dope. But not only that, I mean, if you watched it, and even like I don't know if you've ever played the game. It used to be on Nintendo, so it might be older than some of y'all out there.
Oh yeah,
but there was this game called Wipeout where you used to be able to be a monkey and a gorilla on the skateboard or a surfboard or whatever, and you would fly through the tube. Those tubes out there in Tahiti were looking like that. Those waves in Tahiti were like picturesque waves. It was insane. They were riding through pipes that were like 20 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like sliding through the motherfuckers. That shit was so ill. Surfing was iconic this year. So shout out Tahiti, shout out surfing. Like I said, number two, I got to pick the floor routine because the floor routine is always crazy. You know, Simone Biles, she gets busy. She gets super busy. But I mean, you know, obviously the floor routine. Yeah. I mean, if you're a real one, you know what it is, man. The floor routine, man. I don't even know some of y'all names, but y'all, hey, I love you. I love you. Number three definitely has to be women's volleyball. I'm a huge fan of women's volleyball, indoor women's volleyball, not beach volleyball, because I just love it. It's always an intense fight. It's always a great game. I'm a huge fan of volleyball, so that's my number three. Number four would be both men's and women's diving. I love diving. I love watching the diving. It's such a technical and nitpicky sport. People are going up there, and number one, it's wild watching them do these flips and these spins where their head is like a mere centimeter from cracking onto the diving board.
Yeah, or the platform.
I'm always like, oh my God, they're gonna bust their head open. I'm always freaking out off of that. But I mean, the judging and everything on that is just so technical, so nitpicky. Like, if you don't hold yourself in the most perfect form all the way down, like if your pinky comes out, oh, that's a point. We're deducting a point. If your splash is higher than the acceptable level, up, we're deducting a point. And I get it. If you're splashing like, you know, doing a cannonball, that's one thing. I get it. But these people are doing something where the splash is like mere millimeters or, you know, micrometers bigger than the other person's splash, and they getting deductions. So yeah, both men and women diving is a classic. I love watching it. And then let me see, number five.
Greg Louganis had AIDS and hit his head in the back.
That's right. They didn't want him. They didn't want him in the pool because he would infect the pool with HIV. Absolutely right.
That is such a lie.
Absolutely right.
Anyway,
that's the era we grew up in. Shout out Greg Louganis. You super dope. But yeah, also
he's
swimming.
One of the greatest. Oh yeah, swimming was fire too.
I love fucking swimming.
Kate
Ledecky went crazy. Shout out Kate Ledecky. Shout out Michael Phelps, aka Burn One Mike. You know what I mean? He's a smoker. You know, we gotta salute him.
Do meth.
Gotta salute him, man. Hey man, whatever.
He is pretty rail
He's the
thin.
greatest Olympic champion of all time, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. He don't have to do
I'm with you
anything.
there.
People are paying for his life today. He's never going to have to pay for anything. He could walk into a restaurant anywhere in the United States, and people are going to be like, "Excuse me, are you Michael Phelps?" Yeah, I am. Don't worry about it. Whatever this man wants, whatever, and that's anywhere in the United States. I don't care if it's Idaho, Boise, fucking Idaho. I don't care if it's Harlem, USA, New York. I don't care if it's motherfucking Abilene, Texas. I don't care where it's at.
I agree.
Bismarck, North or South Dakota. I forget which one that city is in.
Jesus.
It don't fucking matter where the fuck he goes.
Lafayette, Louisiana.
It don't fucking matter. Don't matter. Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is a fucking legend, man. So yeah, those are my 5. That's my top 5. I just love the Olympics though. I really enjoy watching the all the sports. And I love the competition. I love feeling good for 2 weeks to represent and be fanatical about being a fan of the United States, because just like the great man Kevin Durant said, hey man, USA, it's a lot of fucked up shit that happens here, but it's a lot of good shit that happens here too. So
that is true.
That's it for 2 weeks. We can forget about all the bullshit, and we just are trying to be the best that we can fucking be. We're all saying USA, running around. I was wearing my Team USA jersey, representing, going crazy, and it felt good. It was fun. It was fun to talk shit with just various random people. Whenever you go to anywhere, like literally anywhere, people were taking this shit seriously. They'd be like, "Oh man, did you see this? Oh, but did you see that? Yeah, I saw. Oh wow, that was crazy." Everybody was hyped. So yeah, man, I just love the Olympics, man. I love the competition, man. It's great.
When we get out of here, I was at a bar when the 4x4 was on. Everybody runs 400, the mile relay they call it. And I didn't think nobody was really. Yeah, I didn't think nobody was really paying attention to that shit, because it was a Florida State University like football club meeting, and like everybody has on Florida State memorabilia, hoodies, not hoodies, shirts and jerseys and all type of shit. So the first leg goes. We're in second. We get the handoff. We start going to one. You hear everybody like, yeah, it gets hyped. I'm like, oh, they're watching this? Second handoff goes off. We're in first. Yeah. Third handoff to the anchor leg. Yeah. Everybody, but it was so suspenseful. And now I was like, oh, they got to do the 1 to 200 from Botswana and to run down Rod Benjamin, the 400 hurdle champion. I'm like, yo, does this dude, Rod Benjamin, have enough speed and endurance to fucking beat this dude from Botswana who just beat Noah Lyles for Olympic record?
I like that dude. Shout out the dude from Botswana. I am not as loud and arrogant as Noah Lyles, I will not be the face of our sport.
He's just so relaxed. I love
shots. That. I like that dude.
So boom, the last lap comes and you go down 100. Everybody in there was like, oh, yeah. Won. Everybody just cheered and shit.
Yeah,
I was like, and high fiving.
USA. USA. That was the best, man. That was the best.
It was really I like they really watching this shit. Like I was really surprised.
People set aside their pettiness. People set aside their divisions and all that shit. And we were just rooting for the USA, man. People weren't talking about, oh man, I don't root for black people, or I don't root for this, or I don't root for that. It wasn't about none of that type shit. It was like, look, man, we're going for the USA, man. And then really was. Not only that, man, shout out all the underdog countries that random people were just rooting for. Like, shout out that dude from Pakistan who won the javelin.
Yep.
Shout out that dude.
Random. That's not random though. He was already killing.
He's the only Pakistani to win a gold medal ever in anything.
Ever.
Have they won medals?
Anything.
That's the only medal they won.
That's the only medal.
That's the only medal they won, but it's a gold and it's theirs.
It's a gold. Hey man, shout him out.
He was crushing it. He was crushing them. He was crushing it, man.
I mean, they have as many as Dominica.
Yeah.
Dominica.
In-
It's Dominica.
Is it Dominica?
It's Dominica. Yeah. Make
Okay.
sure you say it
Cool,
right. Yeah,
thank
because
you.
shout out the young lady who won from Dominica because she's another person. She'll never have to pay for anything again a day in her life. In
Yeah,
her
hopefully.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out.
also,
Oh,
Will,
hold on. You know the dude from the Philippines. There's this one dude who won a gold medal. I forget what he won the gold medal in. He won a gold medal basically, but he's from the Philippines. He's the first person ever to win a gold medal from the Philippines in this particular sport. And so now he
Men's
has
vault?
a free. It might have been a gymnastics event. It's probably gymnastics.
Yeah.
But
So men's vault. Actually, there's men's vault and men's floor exercise.
It's the men's
CULO.
floor exercise. Yeah. That dude, he got a free house. He got a free condo. He has free food, like free meals for life. He gets money from the government. He gets a bunch of endorsement deals. He got a free iPhone.
Yeah, he
a
won
free
2 gold
car,
medals.
all this type of stuff. That's what the Philippines gave him. They said, "Thank you so much. Here you go. This is what you get." So I salute that type of shit, man. I like
Pacquiao
that
now.
shit, man. No one's ever Pacquiao. Pacquiao is a governor out there, man.
So the
he
Philippines-
doesn't have that status.
The Philippines won 4 medals. 2 of them were in women's boxing. They were both bronze.
That's
And
what's
then
up.
2 of them were in men's gymnastics, and it was that guy who won
That
2
guy.
golds.
That's what's up. Shout that dude out, man. Hey, also
Yulo.
special shout out to the Cuban
Doofus.
wrestler who is
yeah,
the greatest
He's out.
who is
Yeah.
the greatest combat sport competitor of all time. For the past 20 years, every Olympics, for
He's
the
won.
past 20 years, since 2016 or something like that, whatever, 2006, whatever it is, 20 years, count it down. I don't know numbers. All I know is the man has won gold every single time. Every single
That's 5
time.
Olympics.
Representing Cuba. 5 Olympics representing Cuba. And they say all he does is he just shows up. His training doesn't consist of like wrestling random motherfucker. He doesn't do all that extra shit. No, he just does his training. Then he shows up at the Olympics and he fucks people up.
Okay.
Last person
Shout out
I gotta-
Cuba.
yeah.
Mi corazón por
Did you
vida, man.
did you know there was a hammer throw competition?
Yes, it's on
Yes.
track and field.
Yeah, and Canada won.
took
Canada
gold.
won. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
in both
I was
men's and
watching that
women's.
on CBC. Shout out Canada
Vikings.
Broadcast Channel, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, y'all got gold in that.
Yeah.
Salute to y'all, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. The Olympics were great, man. Like it was great being
I
able
fucks
to
with it.
just turn on the TV and just watch sports and just zone out. Like, cause now
indeed.
it's boring. You know, ain't shit
Yes.
on right now.
The last guy, the meme of the whole Olympics is Yusuf Dirkcic, the dude that
The shooter.
He had his hand in his pocket with just glasses on. Where everybody else had all their like training
Tech.
clothes.
Yo,
True
man,
indeed.
that dude, yeah, he the illest. They said finally we created a sport that assassins can enter.
Yeah.
You know what he said
then-
too? They asked him about all the equipment stuff, and he said, "I'm a natural shooter. Why would I need any of that?"
Why would I need
Yeah.
that?
And
Why
the
would I
last
need it?
person,
He's the
someone
Steph
said,
Curry of air pistols.
Oh my
Exactly. Did you see? Yeah, exactly. Lukey was about to say. Did you see all the gear and shit that the other people were wearing? Like they were wearing special eye covers and headphones
yeah.
and all this type of shit. This man comes out there wearing some fucking Ray-Bans and just and a pistol and says, "All right, watch this, gold."
And he had his hand in his pocket.
Yep.
Right.
It's all casual.
Looking cold
Like,
as
yeah.
fuck, man. That dude, hey man, he's a legend, man. Shout out
They
Turkey.
They said no one pissed this man off because we're gonna have like a 3 series movie about this dude if they set him off or something. Let's say,
exactly.
John Wick,
Like the real John Wick.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say, yeah, he definitely is. He's him.
You know what he looked like? He looked like that friend you brought to the gun range, and you said, "Here, try this 357," and he just kind of stepped up casually, like pop.
Yeah, he might drop
like,
that bitch.
damn, you're pretty
357.
good.
Yeah, I come here
I guess.
occasionally.
Yeah,
I've
hold on to that
tried
shit.
it once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you went to the house and the Wi-Fi, all of a sudden he connects to the Wi-Fi. Yeah, you done this. You've been here before.
You've
Yeah.
been here before.
Yeah. Well,
Shit.
well, I gotta go to the airport pick my homegirl up. But all in all, the Olympics was great. It's been fucked up because we've had Copa America, the Euros, now the Olympics, now nothing until football starts. Well, we have playoff baseball coming up.
We got baseball.
Well, and
the White Sox been on a losing streak.
MLS
preseason started for NFL as well.
Yeah, preseason in NFL, but who cares, man?
College football,
preseason. It don't count yet. College football about to start. You know,
the leagues for soccer are about to start over again as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Over in USC, overseas, they're going to start over. But right now, it's like really all we have is baseball. In MLS. Baseball. Oh, WNBA has been exciting. They're about to start back after the Olympics is over with. The most dominant team in the history of how many years it's been? 20 years. They won 60-something games in a row. The women's. I don't think they ever lost a game.
Who is that?
The women's basketball team.
Okay, hey, that's great.
I think they lost any games ever. And
that's dope.
They won by one.
The women's national team?
Yes, U.S. women's national team. I don't think has ever lost a game.
Hey, man, that's dope. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
They only won by one against France. Yeah, but still.
That's the thing. The thing. Here's my prediction, man. I mean, you know, it's been sweet. It's been sweet these past decades, but USA ain't winning the next Olympics, Jack. We ain't winning basketball in the next Olympics. I don't think it.
We have to have a star.
Think so.
Who is better, Anthony Edwards or Jason Tatum?
Anthony Edwards, obviously.
I agree. Yep. Even though we have talent,
that's a no-brainer.
We have to have a star. Right now, our biggest stars are what? Europeans.
KD.
No. Our future star, my bad, our future stars are Europeans.
Giannis. Wemby is going to come back.
Definitely. He's going to come back.
Mark my words. Wemby is pissed. And people are going to feel the wrath of Wemby. Absolutely.
Yes. All our stars are though overseas players. And then we have some other ones. But Anthony Edwards, Luka's better than him right now. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of players that are Europeans. Giannis is better than him. We have a lot of players, but Giannis don't got no team. So we'll see. But I got to get it off. I got to go to the airport, pick this girl up and her nephew. I got a car seat. That's crazy.
All right, man.
Labor love.
You doing the Lord's work out here, Luke.
That's right.
True indeed. Yeah. Before we get out of here, issue 157.
It's 156, man. Stop saying 57.
-1. Yeah. USA. All the rest of y'all are gay. Except all our friends on here. You know what I'm saying? Word. Shout out to the Rooster. Yeah, shout out to everybody over there.
Shout out all our international family, friends, man. You know,
that's right.
USA, USA all the way.
Portugal, hit the clutch list in Portugal. I ain't seen nothing about Portugal, but y'all did good in the Euros.
Y'all ain't put up no numbers, man. Shout out Craig Dyer. You know, UK, y'all didn't do shit either. All
the Australian brothers. They did.
Australia, you know, we're sorry, you know, we're not going to hold Reagan against y'all, man. We know she doesn't count, you know, so don't even trip. Australia is still good money in the hip hop community, man. We know Reagan ain't one of y'all. We get it. We understand.
True indeed, yo. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? We're USA. The Olympics, I might as well dress like Jules Santana. I'm that patriotic, man. Dipset national anthem. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Snoop Dogg, man. Shout out Flavor Flav.
All them motherfuckers over there doing God's work over there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Once again, say, baby.
The most important part about this is we know LeBron's still cooking, but he's not going to do that good in the NBA season. We'll see y'all next week. All right. He's not. He's not.
He's not, Big Trip. He's not.
It's not. That's what my daughter says. It's not, Dada. It's not. My JC, you talk to okay. So you're so dainty. It's not, Dada. It's not. It worked.
Peace.
Peace.